Madam Speaker.
The question is that the bill now be read a second time, if you can say that.
Yes. Madam Speaker, I move that the bill be read a second time.
We're all learning.
Thank you.
Those of that opinion say aye. Aye. The contrary, no. And the opposition leader has already said no, so the noes have it. The clerk. Oh, okay. Well, I've totally confused myself. Okay, so the ayes have it. The clerk. Okay. Okay, so we go back to you, Minister. Okay, all right. The clerk.
A bill for an act to amend the First Homeowner Grant Act 2000.
Minister.
Madam Speaker, I move the bill be read a third time.
Is leave granted? No. I think the ayes have it. Minister.
Madam Speaker, can I just clarify that this will mean that we don't move to consideration in detail?
We're not moving to consideration in detail.
Madam Speaker, I was a no.
Okay. Okay, so leave is not granted because you've said no. We will move into consideration of detail. Okay. My apologies for that.
Thank you, honourable members. Are there any particular clauses people want to raise? Clause 1. So the question is that clause 1 stands as printed. Those of the opinion say aye, to the contrary no.
No.
Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. Minister, in regards to commencement and the timing, we understand that the grant scheme has already been rolled out and some grants have been paid. Just wondering what's the anomaly for this particular legislation to bill to pay the grants prior to the legislation passing?
Thank you, Leader of the Opposition. My understanding is that the bill has been backdated from 1 October, which Treasury are able to do and retrospectively pay those grants. The legislative change now allows that to take place and allows those grants then to be paid.
Thank you, Minister. That's much appreciated. The other question I had around commencement was, does that then mean the 1 October date becomes the 12-month start date as opposed to the calendar year?
Yeah, thank you, Leader of the Opposition. Yeah, that's correct. So the commencement date is 1 October and the completion date, 1 October 2024, completion date is 30 September 2025, and then the scheme will revert back to the original homeowners grant.
Thank you, Minister. Just on the response just provided then, does that then mean that there's a extension of the 12-month period because you said it would then revert?
No, the way that the legislation is written, that the changes to the first homeowner grant for $10,000 and $50,000 is in place for that 12-month period, and as at 30 September, it will revert to the original legislation, which is $10,000 for the first homeowners grant.
Thanks, Minister. Just clarifying, that was the 30,000, the 50 and the 30, as well as the 10?
Yeah, thank you, Leader of the Opposition. The $30,000 is not in this piece of legislation. It's only the 10 and the 50. The commitment was that the three grants together would run from 1 October to 30 September 2025.
Thank you, Minister. So where would you find the 30,000?
The $30,000, Leader of the Opposition, is part of the $20 million commitment that was made by the by the government during the election.
So not doesn't come into commencement from the 1st of October?
No, the $30,000, Leader of the Opposition, commenced on the 1st of October this year and will cease on the 30th September 2025. The dates, Leader of the Opposition, are exactly the same as the changes to the first homeowner grant.
Thank you, Minister.
No further speakers? Okay. So the question is that clause 1 stand as printed. Those of that opinion say aye. To the contrary, no. Aye. I think the ayes have it. Are there any other further clauses people wish to raise? Okay. Is it the wish of the Assembly that the remainder of the bill be taken together? There means no objection. It is so ordered. The question is that the remainder of the bill stand as printed. Those of that opinion say aye. To the contrary, no. Aye. I think the ayes have it. The question is that the bill be agreed to. Those of that opinion say aye. To the contrary, no. Aye. I think the ayes have it. Minister.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I now move that the bill be read a third time.
The question is that the bill be now read a third time. Those of that opinion say aye. To the contrary, no. Aye. I think the ayes have it. Clerk.
A bill for an act to amend the First Homeowner Grant Act 2000.